Angelina's ballet class. Stretch, leap, and twirl with Angelina and her friends. It's an Angelina ballerina book. Angelina is very excited. She's going to Miss Lily's ballet class today. She packs her pink tutu and 2 pink slippers in her ballet bag, and off she goes. In the dressing room, Angelina meets her friends. They love ballet class too. Angelina ties Alice's ribbons, and Alice fixes Angelina's bow. In her tutu and slippers, Angelina feels as light as a feather. She can't wait to start dancing. Good morning, Miss Lily, the ballerinas greet their teacher. Angelina twirls around the dance studio and then lines up with her friends. Miss Quaver sits down and chooses some beautiful piano music to play for the lesson. Just as the lesson is about to start, Cousin Henry appears wearing tiny slippers. You can follow Angelina, Miss Lily says with a smile, and the piano music begins. See, right here is Henry. Stretch and bend and touch your toes, Miss Lily shows her students how to warm up their muscles with exercises. Angelina can touch her toes quite easily, but Henry still has trouble getting around his tummy. Angelina stretches her legs and turns out her feet. Can you hold very still like Angelina? Angelina stretches to the ceiling, then touches her toes. How high can you reach? Flora does the splits and points her toes. How far can you stretch your legs? Alice and Angelina link their hands and touch their feet. Then they rock back and forth to stretch their muscles. Try this with a friend. Doesn't that look like fun? Felicity arches her back and stretches her arms. Can you bend back as far as Felicity?
Felicity, the blue clothes.
Yeah. Miss Lily claps her hands. Now take your places at the bar with backs straight and heads up. Angelina and her friends hold the bar tightly and lift their legs higher and higher until they can do beautiful arabesques, just like Miss Lily.
Angelina.
Henry tries to copy Angelina as she checks her position in the mirror, but he can't quite reach the bar. See right there?
Yeah,
Just
so
not tall.
that's Angelina.
All the dancers practice ballet positions together. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, repeats Miss Lily. Angelina holds her arms above her head and balances in 5th position. Very good, Miss Lily encourages everyone. Henry gets confused, so Angelina helps him to cross his feet and stand very still. 1st position, 2nd position, 3rd position, 4th position, and here we have Angelina in 5th position. Now we'll all take turns practicing leaps, Miss Lily says with a smile. Angelina is first in line. She loves to leap as high as she can. She feels as if she's flying across the room. All the other dancers take their turns. Henry runs up to keep up with them. Then he does his own funny jump. Bravo, Miss Lily applauds. Point your toes and pirouette, Miss Lily says. The ballerinas follow her as she spins gracefully around the room. Angelina starts to twirl very fast and accidentally bumps into Alice. Henry gets so dizzy he has to sit down for a minute. Sometimes pirouettes can be difficult. Oh, yes. Miss Lily is very pleased with her ballet students. Soon we'll give a recital for all the parents, she announces proudly. Angelina and Alice are going to be sunflower princesses. They try on their flower costumes and dance in front of the mirrors. Henry buzzes after them, pretending to be a busy bee. Felicity does a sideways leap called a pas de chat. Pas de chat means cat step. Can you step like a cat too? Alice can do a lovely arabesque. She balances on tiptoe and lifts one leg straight behind her. If you stand on tiptoe, you can do an arabesque too. Angelina practices a grand jeté. She loves to leap very high with her legs outstretched in the air. Can you leap as high as Angelina?
Probably not.
Flora does a graceful pirouette. When she spins in a circle, she holds her head still. Can you pirouette like Flora? Henry practices a plie. He bends his knees lower and lower and tries not to wobble. Try to bend way down like Henry, but don't wobble. All together now. Listen to the music as we dance, Miss Lily says. She helps Angelina and her friends rehearse the movements for the ballet, Sunflower Ballet, until they know every step by heart. Henry can't remember his steps, so Angelina helps him by dancing like a bee, too. When class is over, Angelina and the other ballerinas perform a reverence. This is the way to say thank you and goodbye to Miss Lily. Angelina does an elegant curtsy and Henry does a formal bow. Goodbye, Miss Lily. Miss Lily waves to everyone. See you next week. Angelina smiles. She can hardly wait to dance again with her friends at Miss Lily's ballet school. See Angelina dance. So there was cards here that they picked out and made a little movie page. Anyway, that's the end of Angelina's ballet class. The end.